Hello again, Digital Media Fundamentals students. If you are watching this video, you have already started editing your podcast. Clicking over to mine, you already have audio in and you've already picked out your intro music. So what we'll take a look at next is finishing it up and adding some cover art. I'm going to choose to use my outro music and make it the same as my intro. So what I'm going to do is click and do a Control C to copy my intro music, and then I'm going to go way down to the end. We'll just pick a spot close to the end, and I can do Control V, and there it is. Now with the outro, I am not going to want to start loud, though I'm going to want to start soft, bring the volume up, and then fade out a bit. So I will listen to that and see if it goes over my talking too much. I will need to probably add my own voice along with my outro as well. So I'm just going to kind of leave that over there. Notice I can zoom out and I can see the whole timeline with my intro, my outro, and then my audio. I did leave a spot for cover art and any text. So what I'd like to do is go into images and choose some cover art. I did search for smartphone and I'm not sure I really liked what I found, but I will just for now pick this one. So I'm going to pull this into the cover art area, and that actually just puts something on the screen while students are watching. I could actually put a cell phone over this on their hand, and maybe I will. Um, and I'm going to just stretch it out for the whole length of the podcast. So this just kind of stays up all the way through the outro unless I have some credits or something running on this outro. Then if I want to make some kind of title for my podcast, we know the podcast, according to our script, if you're going with your phone sec theme, we are called Safety Now. That's the podcast. So I can, in my text box, I can go into the text column and I can choose some text. So maybe I want to do, I'm going to choose something actually fairly simple, and then I can edit the font as well. So we have titles, captions, and so on. I'm going to go see all on titles. And now when I do see all, I have a whole lot of things that could look pretty cool. So I'm going to choose, oh, let's see, Safety Now. We'll choose a neon, I think. And now I can drag it here and look at that. It is behind. So here is a first chance to realize how can we organize things. If I want it to show up on top, I'm going to need to change my tracks. So I'm going to, let's just expand that a little bit. I have to put my title on top, cover art below. So now I can change it. And I don't affect anything but right up above. So now I have the word neon. I can go in and switch and make the title of my podcast. I can add my special guest and things like that. So now I can go in and edit the word neon to the name of the podcast. To do that, I can double click, and this is going to open up an editing window. I can decide to keep it the same color, change it. I can change the text, so that's kind of cool. I don't know if I like that or not, but that's kind of cool. Maybe a little bit less readable. We'll just keep it there for now. And then I can edit up here by typing Safety Now. I can decide if I want it to be in one line or not. I can move it around. If I expand this, it's not going to make it any, well, it is going to make it bigger. Nice. And now if I want to add anything else on it, like who the podcast is about, I can. Let me change it to a different color, though. We're going to go like a, there we go. We're going to go like a dark purple. and then I can add something else under it. We're not going to add any animation or anything like that, but I'm going to click done, and then if I want to add anything else under it, like my name, which it should be, um, like the episode number and things like that, I'm going to have to add another layer to that. So I'm going to do that quickly and then I'll come back. But before I come back, I'm going to go ahead and click the plus to add a track, a video or a text track, and there we go. So I'm just going to say title 2. So now I can add more. So I can actually use that exact same um, style if I would like. So what I'm going to do to make life easier, I'm just going to do Control C and then Control V. And now I have the exact same thing, the exact same safety now, but I can go back and double click, or I can double click here. I'm going to move that down. And now I'm going to make the font size smaller. And I could say a podcast about phone safety. Let's do this. There we go. Podcast about phone safety. I'm going to turn the size down a little bit, and then I can put by Mrs. Monagle. Enter with special guest Mrs. Donaldson. Checking my spelling and everything. Maybe move it up if I want. Yep, I can move that up a little bit too. There we go. Okay, not too bad. Then I can click done. Now when I actually play my podcast, it's going to keep that same picture up there. Now notice if I want the words here to stay the whole time, I can take and stretch this out further. I can make that appear a little bit later if I want and then stretch it out further. And I could include other text in there as well, like if I want to have a printed out text version of my questions, but really podcasts are visual, so I would not worry about having anything else in there. So let's take a look at our checklist and see what else needs to be done. I got to do a lot of scrolling here. Okay, so we have music fading in, fading out. This is optional, sounds during transitions. We do want to use at least one sound effect. So I'm going to take a look at that as well. And then the last thing we'll do is sharing your podcast link. So as far as sound effects go, same thing as how you looked for your sound for your intro and outro. We can go on audio and add some sound effects. So maybe I want a little clapping. Let's see if that shows up. Yep, there's a little clapping. So maybe I want a little clapping as I introduce Mrs. Donaldson. So I could take that clapping and throw it in there. I'm not sure if that's the exact spot, but of course I'll listen through. If I need more space, I can always add another audio track by clicking Add Track if I need to. And remember, I can take a look at the audio level if I need to adjust, because that applause was really loud. I can take that audio down as well. So adding some applause, I could add some shocking sounds from the crowd as well if I want to. So there's a little sound effect. Now, once you've listened through the whole thing and you're sure that there's nothing more to edit out, then you are ready to export. So I'm just going to, I think what I'll do is I will well, I'll include it here. You're ready to export your video. So you're going to click on export. Um, there's my title, Sample Podcast DMF. Um, it says, now if you are going to include cover art, you need to export it as a video. Cover art is optional. You can uh, export it just as a podcast, audio only MP3. I want you to notice that you can export it directly to Google Drive or OneDrive. If you're, it's easy to connect your Google Drive and then you'll have a good link to share. If you export it as a video, you've got a few more advanced settings. You can upload it to YouTube as well, which is what I'm going to do. You do need to make sure that the privacy setting is right. I'm going to change it to unlisted for now, and then once you click export, this is what will happen. It's going to think for a little while, and you are able to download it. You are able to click on share, and then by the share, you have, it's already set for publish, so this is the URL right there. So you don't even have to go to Drive or to YouTube from WeVideo. Right there is what you can share with me. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to, where it says my podcast link, I'm going to paste that right there. Just to be nice to your teacher, we can make it a live link, and then when it's clicked on, right now it's going to probably say mine is still processing because it is still processing. And yeah, because it knows it's me, it's going right to my dashboard. But when I click on yours, it should take me right to be able to listen to your podcast. So you do, once you've done this, you do need to download this document as a PDF. So you can do that by clicking File and Share. Nope, Download. And you can download it as a PDF, just like that. And then your PDF will come right here, and you can share that to Dropbox. Make sure your link's in here and everything is finished, all your scripting and everything for your final grade. That is all for today. Hopefully this was helpful. Reach out if you have any questions. Definitely come to a live lesson. You'll get your questions answered. Take care. Have a great day.